Right now, in the national headlines out of South Carolina, there is a man who was released from prison by a judge. This man had taken someone out, taken someone's life, and he was released from prison, free to go. And the judge just did so. And now you might be asking yourself, how is this possible? Well, the thing is that in South Carolina, the way the judges are picked is that it is the lawmakers and lawyers who pick the judges and not citizens who vote on them. So I want you to understand something, right? South Carolina and Virginia are the only two states like that. I want you to use your imagination and to think to yourself, why is it like that in only those two states? Well, it's like just any other black code. When you release those free slaves, you have to make sure you got a way to make sure the slaves are remaining slaves. You know, you pass the 13th Amendment. So you pick the judges to make sure the judges over-incarcerate black people in general. And that's what's happened in both of those states. And what makes it even more interesting is that I have personally tried to change that system. I have tried to contact the South Carolina Judicial Merit Selection Committee, the actual committee that selects the judges, and people like Todd Rutherford and others who have fought against me tooth and nail, because they want the system to remain exactly the same. People like Todd Rutherford, you know, people like Luke Rankin, you know, state senators, people who are actually attorneys themselves, who appear in front of the same judges that they were selecting. So Todd Rutherford sitting there getting on TV saying, oh, this person, you should turn yourself in. You should turn yourself in. That's the black man who was released from prison. He's saying that, but not realizing you are part of the problem. You helped to pick that judge. See, in South Carolina, it's been judges so bad that there's been judges who have been convicted felons. There's been judges. I ran to family court against a judge named Monet Pincus. And Monet Pincus, she had me drug tested for green stuff, you know, for the weeds. And the funny thing about that is that when I did a background search on that same judge, she had been arrested for the same substance back in '86, the same year that I was born. I mean, hypocritical stuff like that was happening on the bench. You had judges who were arrested for DUI, you know, in freaking Myrtle Beach. I think that was Horry County. And that same judge faced no consequences and was put back into traffic court to judge other people for DUI. I mean, You've had the wildest stuff happen in South Carolina, and for some reason, people just didn't want to listen to me. And I was telling the South Carolina Attorney General, Alan Wilson, and for the longest time, he was fighting me. He was resisting. He says, oh, you're just an angry father. You're just an angry person. You're just upset about things. And now Alan Wilson is the main one crying about the judicial system. You know, I hate being right, especially when the results are catastrophic.